Okay, in this video, I'm going to try to explain few things that we must know about PMP. So whenever you are solving any question for PMP, this process group, initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control and closing, it's a must to know, right? It's a must to know. Unless you don't know what happens in each of these process, it is practically impossible to solve any of the PMP question. This is as critical as I can put into that. If you know how to solve the questions in the 5 process group, you can solve anything. So what happens in initiation? 3 things actually happens in initiation. First, initiation actually gets started when you make project charter. Once project charter is approved, initiation is there. Project manager get the designation of the project manager. Then you make the assumption log and then stakeholder register. So this should happen in this sequence. Now, along the way, when you are making assumption log and stakeholder register, when the project charter is approved, project manager should share that charter with the key stakeholders. First review the charter, then share with the key stakeholder. Why do I need to share that with the key stakeholder? So that they don't miss anything, because there's always somebody who don't know. And one of the most important thing happen is here. By the way, all the risks that are available at initiation, we put in the assumption log. All the risks should be put in the assumption log. Then you identify stakeholder, you prioritize them, and that's all about initiation. Okay, nothing more, only 3 things about initiation. No change request for anything. Like you can only change assumption log and stakeholder register. It does not need any change request. As a project manager, you cannot touch project charter for sure. That is without any question. Then comes the planning, which includes the making of actually project management plan. And project management plan is a combination of your 18 plans. Stakeholder engagement plan, I would say that is done first. Then along the stakeholder plan, communication, resource management plan. Okay, then as we move forward, let's say after resource, risk, quality, procurement, scope, schedule, cost, requirement, development plan, then scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline. All the 18 plans are done, and still now anything happens here, as of now there is no need of change request. Absolutely no need of change request. Change request will come later on. Okay, so once that this is approved, now you go for execution. Now if there's a change, if there's any changes in the execution, okay, let's say in execution first we do the work. Okay, issues are handled. Issues actually happened really here. They can happen before, but most of that here. We implement the, and we handle them, we put them into the issue log. Issues are there, we put the issue log. Manage conflict, right? This is the storming stage. Here the really storming stage happen, where you identify how to handle their issues, handle that, you manage the team, manage stakeholder, conduct procurement, implement agreed upon risk response plan. In planning, actually risk register is also made, which is not the part of project management plan. 90% things are done in planning and the part of the project management plan, but risk register is not the part of project management plan. Risk management plan is the part of project management plan, risk register is not. Then in execution, you actually do the work. In monitoring and control, you compare your plan, the work that you did versus actual. So plan versus actual, we compare it, how we are doing it. We do the variance analysis, right? Do the variance analysis means, are we on the plan or we are not on the plan? Then we raise the change request. Change request is approved by change control board, right? Here comes the interesting thing. Any change that is approved, you get a new plan. Now it does not go back to the planning, it goes to execution. Any change that is approved by change control board, the process that we called it perform integrated change control, the changes are implemented in execution, right? Okay, then once everything is done, then we go for closing of the project. Like we start closing the same way we started initiation. We get the approval of the sponsor. Without, I cannot do it. I need to update the, like once the closing is started, I need to update OPS to reflect the lesson learned. I need to update final report, share it according to communication plan, and that's how this 5 process group move. I hope that makes